What's going on, guys? Welcome to Point Fighter Live. I'm Alex Reyes. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's Friday. The weekend is here. The Super Bowl is this Sunday. I hope everybody's staying warm up north. It got a little cold down here in Miami, but not that cold. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna have a great show today. I'm getting that notification on my phone now. Give us a share. We're gonna have a star-studded show. Okay, we got Morgan Plowden and we have Avery Plowden, right? Richard Avery Plowden. We got Chris Gorm. We're gonna be going over the Arctic Challenge post show and just talking about sport karate. Give us a share. Let us know where you're watching from as well. I'm about to share it right now in my pages. Give us a share as well. Thanks for tuning in. And boom, there you go. All right. Well, first, I want to thank my sponsors, ASG, right? ASG uniforms, gear, bags, everything that you need. Helmets. Look at these helmets here. They only retail for $79 and they're awesome. Like, I've had mine already for like 2 years and they look brand new, and they got the 4 colors there that you could choose from. If you have a school, you could order them also, and you get a wholesale account, right? And custom uniforms, everything that you need. Okay, so make sure you support ASG. They give back. They sponsor like a bunch of teams as well. So support them. Point Fighter Live, Point Fighter approved tournaments. Make sure you check out our page. And we have a lot of stuff going on. You be the judge. We got Point Fighter approved tournaments, streaming, interviews, everything. Okay. A few announcements, and we're gonna bring them on soon. Okay. I don't want to keep these stars waiting too long. 2019 NASCAR registration. You could save money by tonight. Okay, you gotta save $20 on the membership with the code 2019 special. Today's the last day, so make sure you get that. We have a few upcoming tournaments coming up, and next weekend it's gonna be the Starcade Internationals. They got the Velocity Seminar before. Murphy Gonzalez is a great tournament, Point Fighter approved. They got Waco divisions coming for the first time, I believe, in Florida, and it's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna be there to stream all that. Then Sunday, it's King of New York. So Fort Lauderdale. Then you got New York, King of New York. Last year, I actually went to both tournaments. I flew from Miami to New York and was on the tournament Sunday, and it was great. It's a great tournament. It's one of the fastest growing tournaments in the whole country. So make sure you support Jesse Ray right there. And then out in the West Coast, Central Valley Open. Fred Bell's the promoter. It's a good tournament. It's one of 3 Triple Crown events. So make sure you support that. All right. Well, we have other events that we're gonna promote as well. But after the interview, let's bring these guys on. The Arctic Challenge was this weekend. Morgan Plowden, Avery, they won the tournament. The tournament was promoted by Chris Gorham. There was some good wins there. That was streamed, and the cards were there. It was awesome. Skia won the seniors. The junior team fights they had were awesome. It went down to the wire. It was a great tournament. The tournament's really growing. They had people from all over, like KTOC was there, Canada, people from Miami, right? Ronald Zabata was there. It's a great tournament. You got to put that one in your calendars for next year. Let's bring them on. All right, let's not have them wait anymore. Here we go. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
All right. Welcome to Point Fighter Live. How's everybody doing? Good?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How's the weather up there? You guys it's still cold? It's still pretty cold? I know yesterday was very cold, right?
Yeah.
We had a little bit of heat wave today. The high was like 13.
The high was 13? Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Wow. That's crazy. Hey,
It's supposed to get to like 40 this weekend, so yeah.
Wow. Hey, so Chris, the Arctic Challenge for real, right?
Yeah, that was.
It's really the Arctic.
It was
right
cold.
There,
it was
right?
snowing too.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, how do you guys, both before we get into the tournament, just talking about that subject? How do you guys go around that? Because I know a lot of things shut down, right? Like businesses and like karate schools. How do you go around that if you want to train or and stuff? Like, does that affect your training in the schools and stuff?
Well, fortunately, it doesn't happen that often. So
Yeah.
it'll be like just this one week where it's kind of crazy. But we do have to make way and find time during all the shutdown to train. But this week has been a little rough.
Yeah, and most businesses and stuff are like used to the snow and the cold, so like I think stuff was shut down for maybe a day, but nothing too crazy at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm asking. I don't know too much about it. I'm here in Miami,
Yeah.
so maybe some people are like, Alex, you don't know, But so it doesn't affect. It doesn't happen that often, right?
Not like this.
No,
Not
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 at all.
not,
Not at
not
all.
-40.
Wow, -40. Yeah, I saw people throwing like the hot water in the air and turning into snow. Poof.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy seeing that. Like, also, I was in Chicago like 2 weeks ago at the tournament, and like, man, seeing how cold it is there and stuff. But yeah, hey, so the Arctic Challenge, it was great. Congratulations to you guys. You guys won the overalls there. And how'd you enjoy the tournament?
I love the tournament. It was great. It's part of our circuit here in Michigan, the MSKC. So, it's like home, and the Gorms are family. So it's great.
Yeah, it was great. We got to compete, got to help out, got to judge. The junior team fighting was the very last event, and that
Yeah.
was super exciting. That was awesome. It was super competitive. A lot of great teams. Waterford TKD had a team. Metro United had a team. Team Revolution had a junior team. It was super exciting. The energy was great. It made it capped off the tournament perfectly. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Chris, it was a big, good turnout too, right? You had a great turnout. It was
that was probably we had over 200, so that's the most for us in probably the last like 6 or 7 years. One of the bigger ones around here, so it was pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, that's amazing. That's good, and the league looks very good too. The MSKC, right? The
Yeah,
very organized.
It was almost 20 adult black belt men, so that was great.
That's great. Competition was good.
Yeah, it was great. It was they made me work for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, and you guys, Chris, you were able to get sponsors to pay for it to help pay for some of the prize money, right?
Yeah, we went out. It actually was only like decided like 2 weeks before.
Wow.
Most of the locals, they give like 100, 150, 200, and sometimes it's not even worth it. We go out and we hurt ourselves and then can't pay for thousands. So I'm like, you know what, these two deserve more than that. So I tried my best and got 500, which is pretty much like jackpot around here.
Yeah, no, big time.
Hey, 500 each, man. That's great. That's like that's awesome. And the fighters came out for it too. Now, so you guys, do you have any tips on getting the sponsorship? Because sometimes I'll tell people all the time, you got to go out there and ask. Like, if you ask, if you don't ask, you're not, you got to pay to play. Kind of like you got to ask.
Yeah.
Like, there's no harm in asking it, and what's the worst that they could say is no. Like, what's your approach with that, with getting sponsors?
Yeah, so one of our parents is like super like social and stuff. Me and my dad, we just kind of she actually headed up on all that.
So you have somebody maybe that's in control of. That's a great tip right there too. Have
she's in charge of all that.
In charge of that. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's we don't have to worry about any of it.
Yeah, that's good. How about you guys? I know that Avery Morgan, I know with the WKC, right? Like, going overseas and stuff, that takes money too to get a crossover there, because sometimes like the sponsors, your team sponsors, don't pay for that. So do you guys have any tips on that, on getting sponsorships?
For going overseas, thankfully we have the bank of mom and dad. They're pretty generous with that. But again, if you're looking for sponsorships, definitely about closed mouths don't get fed. It's about not being afraid. It's about marketing yourself properly too. Yeah. If you're able to market yourself as a 3, 4, 5-time world champion, and you're saying you're going to represent someone's business, and they're more than happy if you're a positive person, a positive role model. They're more than happy to
true.
Money. If you're a positive person, then you're going to represent them. But you have to represent yourself well first. You have to, again, as you said, you have to talk and say. You have to ask. So those are the two most important things that I can imagine.
That's so true right there. Yeah. And it does get easier when you start getting bigger, right? Like when you
Yeah.
start, right, it gets big. So, but you have to get there. Like you have to like Jody always says, sacrifice, right? And to get there, sometimes just not just for tournament sponsorship money, just for like, you know, yourself.
Yeah.
You have to like put in the work. Sometimes people are like, you know, I wish I could have a sponsor so I could go out there and compete more. And I'm like, no, that's reverse, right? Like you
Right.
have to go out there and compete to get that. And then, like you said, that's a great tip. Like, you know, how you are, your image, like, you know, how, like everything that you do, you got to be a positive person. That's a great tip for everybody out there that's listening to that. So, hey guys, so what? Oh, another thing, you got, you know, we got Impex here, right, with you guys. Before we keep going on talking about the tournament, how about those uniforms you guys had? Those uniforms are nice, right? Those
Oh yeah,
uniforms
they're
are
beautiful.
Yeah, they're
if
great.
you
I
guys
love
haven't seen, you should see them. I mean, I posted it, and you saw them in Chicago and at the Arctic Challenge, and
Mhm.
that's great. You guys had the other uniforms for like 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah, well, for a long time.
I would say maybe about 3 years because we had the navy and silver.
Oh
and
yeah,
the OG uniform.
No, since 2014, we got these ones in 2015.
Oh
so
yeah, so about
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. Chin outdid himself. We didn't have any input. It was really all him.
for real.
Yeah, we
Yeah, he did a great job with that.
Yeah, he did.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Hey, but it's pretty cool because like you guys kind of had like the Patriots colors, and now you got like the Rams colors, and they're playing.
Yeah, right.
Right? That's pretty cool. So you got the Super Bowl colors, top.
Yeah, now I know what
colors,
it
you
is.
know? It matches with the team, you know, because you guys are
Yeah.
top. Like last year, you guys really did. You know, you guys, to me, you were the like, and everybody to everybody, you guys were the top team. You know, you were ahead of her. Usually, it's been like, you know, the big three. You got the All Stars, JPM, and Impex, but you guys kind of separated yourselves even from them. You know,
Yeah.
a little bit, right?
Yeah. It was a competitive year, but it was a good year too. I mean, any year we don't go perfect is kind of a year that we're mad. So
you guys had a great record. I think I mean, you guys almost won all of them, right? Pretty much that you were at, and that you were at. You won't, well, except for one maybe that I could think of, but everything else you guys won.
yeah, I can think of
I
two.
think it was Washington, right? Was the one, right?
We lost in DC and Ocean State, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but so the team right now, you guys got Grenier and Verona. They're kind of like they're not as active right now, right? But you got Chris. You brought in Chris as the young gun, and he did a great job last year with teams, right? Like he helped pull off some victories in there as well. Like sometimes teams would strategize trying to put somebody on them, and he ended up winning and blew up their strategy. So that was really good there. So yeah, going back to the Arctic Challenge, and we'll get back to the team stuff and more topics. The junior team fight, that was awesome. And you were, the cool thing that I saw that people were saying were like you were judging and helping the tournament as well. That was pretty good doing that. You know, you don't see that happen a lot where a fighter just, you know, they just fight, but you're actually helped. You compete, you're help running it, and I think, you know, the kids, you know, like it's good. It's like you were talking about being a role model. I think the kids see that as like, wow, he's judging me, right?
Yeah. No, all three of us, my sister, Chris, and I, at MSKC, we judge every tournament.
Judge every time, yeah.
Yeah, we don't judge nationally, obviously, because we're focused on competing.
Yeah,
but
of course.
At our circuit, it's part of our circuit too, and we judge all the time. My sister runs a ton of rings. We you know, we like doing it. It's no problem. So
yeah, it's a way of giving back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Andrew saying 500 US for Forms Grand became 800.
Oh, lucky you.
No.
He was there too. Andrew was at the tournament.
Yeah, and Andrew won the overall
Forms
Grand.
Wow, so you had
some
people out there for Forms as well. That's awesome.
It was deep in both juniors and adults. It was a lot of competitors.
Yeah, we had to judge that junior Forms Grands. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that was such a hard.
That was a really tough division to judge.
Yeah.
Man, that's really good. That's crazy. That turn, you guys. It shows how good the sport is right now. Like, you know, you got a tournament a week after Chicago, and it's growing and it's big. Like, there's tournaments sometimes on same weekends and everything, and they're all big. You know, like I think that the sport's growing and like the professionalism. Like you could see that the MSKC has great professionalism and the customer service and the, you know, it looks good. It looks good, and it's helped grow it, right? It's helped growing the league and just overall the sport. That's
Yes,
very
sir.
important. Yeah. Hey, and the cards. How about the cards? I saw you guys signing autographs.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool. Chris did a great job with those cards too. You guys, your mom. I know your mom helped out with that too,
Yeah,
and
she did.
she helps out a lot too. Talk about having a team, right? You guys have a good team, and
Yeah.
that's what you need for tournaments. But
Yeah, no one messes with my mom, so I don't have to worry.
But I think that was a great set of cards that I've had. I think that's probably one of the best ones I've put out there that we made, especially, and it had the new uniforms. You guys are the new uniforms as well. So if you guys got cards at AKA and you didn't go to Arctic Challenge, and you know now there's a new card out there of them, so you got to get it, right? You got to get it.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. I like it a lot. Great idea.
Yeah, it's good, and you know what? It's like it's that the whole when I saw you guys signing autographs to the kids, it was like that was the whole purpose of it. You know, a kid sees the card and then they want to stick around and see you fight because you're on a card. You know, so it's to build up the athletes. Yeah. Hey, so Morgan, women division, right? The women division. Have you seen it growing recently, like from the last few years, or it's about the same? The competition. How do you see the women's side of the sport?
Yeah, I definitely see it growing. One thing that was really prominent at the Arctic Challenge, so for our black belt divisions, women's are 17 and up, and so you have a lot of those junior girls who are fighting in the women's division.
Oh, wow.
It helps really transition them from, you know, the junior division into the adults. So you do see a good amount of them coming out. And there were a couple tournaments last year in the MSKC where we had more women out than the men had in the men division.
Thanks.
So I think that's a great thing.
Hey, that's a great idea. 17 and up, right? Like, that's good. You know, that's good. Now, you're saying that 17 and up is what, in the MSKC?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a standard.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, actually, that's a good topic right there, because especially regionals, right? Like, let's say you have a regional circuit and then you want to get them ready for the national circuit too, right? Like, it's good if you let them fight. It's kind of like a rookie type thing, you know, in there where they could compete, you know, adults and regionally if they're 17, and then when they go to national, they're still juniors, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they don't have to bump up because they competed in adults in the region. I think that's a good format there. It gets them more ready too.
It does.
Now they got some experience fighting you, and then let's say they go to a national tournament, they don't have to stay up there. You know, they could still fight juniors, but they got some experience with fighting you, right? That's awesome.
Yeah, at the tournament in general, you had two junior females who were at the AKAs, and they fought in the 16-17 girls division.
Yeah.
And they won the women's division last weekend.
Yeah, at the very least, in my opinion, juniors should have the option, at least regionally, of moving up if their instructor and their parent feels like they're ready.
Hey, yeah, that's a good subject too. Do you think, you know, sometimes, you know, you'll see someone that's really good and like they'll move up? I mean, I moved up a little bit younger before I was supposed to. My brother fought adults when he was 15, you know, but I always think, I guess I've always seen it where people are allowed to do it, right? Unless they get ratted out almost, or somebody says something, right? And then that's when you kind of go like, oh man. But I agree with you guys. If your parents say yes, right? What do you guys say, Chris and you guys think the same thing? If the parents say yes and you want to do it, why not, right?
Right.
I mean, we're jaded. We at least locally and regionally, we moved up super young.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I know. You're only how old? Like,
well, the very first time I did men's, I was like 13. But
I remember you winning with like team when you were Victory, right? And you
I was like 17. I can say that now. I'm not supposed to, but
yeah, I know. And that felt like it was 10 years ago. I mean, not 10 years ago, but
it's been too long. Yeah, I'm 25 now. I was 17 on Victory when I first on NASCAR doing my thing. But I mean, even before, like, you were what, 14 doing women?
And locally, I was 14.
Yeah, she was 14 winning grands regionally.
I remember
Chris, how old are you, man? You look kind of young. You look.
I'm the baby.
Yeah, he's a baby.
I'm only 20. I'm not even 21 yet. I can't even go out.
For real, yeah, you look like, I'm telling you look like you're 16 or something. No, I'm just kidding.
No, people think I'm like 30. They're like, oh, what are you, 26? I'm like, no.
They do.
I don't get it. I look 12.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, but all right, so in grants now, you guys do this all the time in grants because you guys are in the grants all the time, and teams like winning by 2, right? Mm-hmm. Would you like that in every match, or you think it'll just take too long every tournament? If you do every match.
I like it because it makes things more interesting. I don't know. Our sport is already kind of, if you don't know what's going on, it's kind of like, for me, I love watching it. I've been a student of it for 20 years. I love it. It's fascinating. But in making that win by 2, like we had it in junior teams this past weekend, it's made things super exciting. And if people want us to be a spectator sport, even if our spectators are people in our community, I think it makes people more engaging, and it makes it win by 2. That's just my opinion. I think it makes, just from a spectator's perspective, period. I mean, if I'm up by 1, sure, I would love to just say I win, like if I'm looking at it from that perspective. But looking at it from a marketing and from a spectator's perspective, I think the win by 2 is a good idea.
Yeah,
I think it's good. Yeah. Well, how about you, Morgan?
I think it's good too. The thing is, when you're in the middle of the fight, and it doesn't matter if it's win by 2 because you know, like, you adjust to the rules.
Yeah.
No matter if it's win by 2 or not. Like, locally, we do it every fight, but it really doesn't make that big of a difference.
Do you think? Yeah, that's what I was gonna think. What the only thing that I could think of, right, is like, if you only have to win by 1, maybe there'd be more chance of an upset, right? Because if you're not as good as somebody else, but you could pull out, you could be up by 1, it's easier than being up by 2, right? Because if you're up by 2, right, you really are beating the person.
But sometimes upsets happen by 2. And
that's true. But I'm saying less upsets.
Yeah, that's true. It is less upsets by 2, believe me.
A little bit less upsets, right? Like, you'll see, like, you know, sometimes if somebody just catches fire, but it doesn't really matter. And like what you just said, it doesn't matter what the rules are. Like, the best win anyways, no matter what the rules. You will still win if it was the old school way, 3 points, 1 point each, or you know, that doesn't matter, 2 rounds, double elimination, anything like that. The best always come out winning.
I do like that a lot.
The 2 rounds.
Which one?
The 2 rounds. I think 2 rounds undisputedly is a great idea
for the
overall.
final fight. Yeah.
For overall, I think that's a phenomenal idea that NASCAR made, that WKC has made. I think that's a great rule.
Yeah, that is. Hey, how about the rule with the 2-point sidekicks? What's up?
I'm not a fan of that one. I know that.
I know.
Don't even bring that one up.
It's crazy because I've always been like 2 for kicks, right? And like, I think everybody I ask wants it to be 1. You know? Like,
I mean, I want 2-point head kicks.
Yeah, 2-point head kicks. Yeah. But for the body, I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
Well, we grew up with it being 1-point body kicks, and that's just what makes the most sense.
Yeah, we got to NASCAR later than everybody else.
Yeah.
We were like, what is this?
I was 19 when I first did a NASCAR. And
I was 16.
2-point body kicks is completely different.
Yeah.
For me, I grew up in it always 2 points, and I
think that's it.
And my people have always been kickers, so I like 2 points, and I just love it. But you know, the right thing, you know, if you're being political about it, like, and you want to do what people are asking for, I think it's time that NASCAR does it, because I think they're the only one, right? So, even I'm saying it now, guys. So I've always been an advocate for it, but we got to change the body kicks to 1, right? So I agree with that, with you guys with that as well. So, hey, so what's the next team event with you guys? What's the next team event that you guys are going to have the full squad at? No,
That is a
no,
great
That's a great
question,
question.
No
Alex.
idea.
it's a secret.
I
Yeah,
don't
sure.
know if it's a secret.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a secret. I don't know if we just don't know
We
yet.
just don't know.
Oh, okay,
I think we
okay.
don't know.
Yeah, Impact is interesting right now.
Yeah. I know that Ross has a fight
with the
soon.
flow.
Yeah, yeah. There's one boss and he hits us up like, hey, we're going to this.
And
So
we just say, okay.
Yeah, and I know also too with us because I've always had small teams as well, right? And like to get 3 or 4 guys and a team, and then with the women, 2 women, it's hard to get everybody there at once when you're dealing with a small team, right? Like the scheduling has to be like super on point as well, especially when you guys are like have all this other stuff going on in your life.
yeah, we all do a lot of others. I mean, Ross is a has a full-time job and is going into pro kickboxing. Jason owns a business now. Willie's in school. Chris is working full-time. Verona's working. Gina's working. I'm in law school. Is kicking my behind. Sister's working full-time. It's we do a lot, so it's very difficult.
Yeah, it is. But I know you guys are gonna get it in soon with the squad. But yes, sir, you know that. So yeah, awesome guys. Thanks for joining us. Do you guys got any seminars?
Yeah, we have to go train. So
do you guys got any seminars coming up or anything?
No.
I have a couple. I mean, I have one in Battle Creek in March, the beginning of March, Battle Creek, Michigan, for any local people. And I have one in Chicago in August. Contact Alex Dingman if you're interested in that one. In Chicago.
There you go. Well, have a good training now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Yes, CG.
See ya.
Hey, Chris. So yeah, man, great tournament. Let's talk a little bit about the junior team fight. It was really exciting. If you guys haven't seen it, it was it's on Point Fighter Live. You could see the whole match, and your team won, and they were down by how much? And then they came like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I think so. I only caught I was judging because I thought it would be nice. I only caught the video of the final round, but I had three teams of my school.
Wow.
There was 2 Canadians, I believe, 2 Canadian teams and Revolution, and it came down to my school and Team Revolution's team, and we went into the final match down by 6, and I think we ended up winning. I think they went into overtime because you had to win by 2. I made that rule. You had to win by 2.
Yeah, it was really exciting. That was really exciting.
It was incredible.
Man, the awards were awesome too. The belts and the tournament was really good. Do you have a date already for next year already, or not yet?
Not yet. It will be around the same time, like towards the end
time.
of January.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And it was really cool to have the people from out of town come, like the KTOC Matthew was there.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was good. Tyreek and then Ronald was there. It's really growing, man. That's good. The Arctic Challenge, make sure you guys look out for the date soon for that one. It's a great tournament to go to and a lot of competition. It's growing. Yeah, man, thanks for joining us today. Congratulations on a great event.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon. I'll see you soon, all right?
Yeah, take care.
All right, okay. All right. Okay, guys, well, we have a few more tournaments just to talk about. The following week, we got in 2 weeks, we got Guatemala, right? The first Point Fighter approved event in Guatemala. In Guatemala, Luis Morales, and it's also the first Pan American Championship. So WKC has their own Pan American Championship. It's a title on its own. So you guys could go out there and win that, right? And then we also have the Memphis Open, right? That's going to be, it's on the same weekend. It's February 15 and 16, right? Cam Dawson's doing a seminar for that one, okay, the day before. The Guatemala is February 16, and then in KC, we have the KC Challenge and Waco USA Nationals. All these tournaments are Point Fighter approved. They're gonna be awesome. At this tournament, at the KC Challenge, Bailey Murphy's doing a seminar. At the Pan American Championship, the WKC, Robbie's doing a seminar. So you got seminars, great competition, Point Fighter approved events. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Compete Nationals pre-show. We're gonna have Muhammad on. Have a great night.